Abraham had a vision in the covenant between the pieces of sacrificed animals, and in this vision he was promised all the land of Canaan. Genesis 15 says, "To your descendants I have given this land from the rivers of Egypt to the great river, the river Euphrates." The Canaanites, the Kenizzites, the Cadmonites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Rephaim, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Girgashites, and the Jebusites. So here we have 10 nations of Canaan. Actually, Canaan in the Bible in Genesis 10 has 12 sons. Ham had a son named Canaan. Canaan had 12 sons. 10 of these sons received temporarily, as if to say, the land of Canaan that would eventually be given to Israel. In the time of Abraham was promised the lands of 10 of those Canaanite nations. Later, when the Israelites came out of Egypt and they conquered the land, there were only seven Canaanite nations that had to be conquered. The others had been occupied by Moab and Ammon, the children of Lot, and by the Edomites. But in the future, these three nations would also have lands that Israelites would possess. And these nations, they moved. As the same way as the 10 tribes moved, so too they moved. And eventually they went to Europe and occupied areas of Europe, and the occupied areas that these 10 tribes later also occupy. And we have in these areas, according to different sources, especially that of 𝗧𝗿𝗱𝗶𝗁𝗱𝗆. 𝗧𝗿𝗱𝗶𝗁𝗱𝗆 lived in the 1800s. He was a very great rabbi. He was inspired in some ways. And he said that these areas were the areas of Western Europe, including the British Isles, and in the end times, they would belong to Israel. And so, in effect, that is what will happen, because the Israelites from the 10 tribes did go to those areas, did settle in them, did become a great nation through owning those areas. In the future, a portion of the 10 tribes will return to the land of Israel and occupy the area of Greater Israel from the Nile to the Euphrates together with Judah. The land will be divided up amongst the 12 tribes, but they will also keep the lands that they will come to, the lands that they will have come to in the West, including America and so on, will still belong to them. They will receive the Kedusha, the sanctity of the land of Israel, which will be as if they are one country. And even now, people are feeling this. Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, he recently spoke to America and to the West saying, "We are you, and you are us." In other words, there's a certain basic element, a commonality, a common denominator between us, which may reflect a mutual ancestry way back in the past of basically all of us being descended from the 8 tribes of Israel. And by becoming aware that you're descended from the tribe of Israel through the lost 10 tribes, that you are Israelites, you are fulfilling a sacred task, you are doing a good deed. You're doing what the Almighty wants in our time, and you'll be rewarded for this. Learning about the lost 10 tribes, being conscious of it, that is what God wants to do according to the Bible, according to our understanding of the Bible.
This scenario is borne out by none other than Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion, one of the great founders of Israel. Recorded in an astonishing article in Look magazine, Ben-Gurion predicted that a one-world system presided over by Jerusalem will be set up in the near future. All continents will become united in a world alliance, at whose disposal will be an international police force. All armies will be abolished, and there will be no more war. In Jerusalem, the United Nations, a truly United Nations, will build a shrine of the prophets to serve the federated union of all continents. This will be the seat of the Supreme Court of mankind, to settle all controversies among the federated continents as prophesied by Isaiah.